Hello everyone and welcome back to another chair chat. The last one was a big one. We talked about my job on the internet for the first time ever. So if you want to know what I do for a living, hit up the I button in the top right corner of the screen right now and check out the last episode of Chair Chat. Today, however, we'll be talking about Netflix bringing back some absolute classics, The Apprentice and my opinion on each contestant, and I tell you how I pranked my Instagram followers. And weirdly, it worked. And to finish, I'll be answering one of your questions. Now this week we got a big announcement in the film world, and it brings me a sequel to my favourite Christmas film. Now it's a weird time of year to be talking about Christmas films, but it's not really a traditional one. Netflix have announced that they're pairing up with the production company Aardman Animations. The studio is headed by Nick Park and has produced some absolute classics like Wallace and Gromit and my favourite film to watch at Christmas, Chicken Run. Now this announcement is massive for the studio obviously, but also quite big for one of my favourite types of art, stop motion animation. Alongside the acquisition announcement, Netflix also announced that there's going to be a sequel to Chicken Run, which I am massively excited for, alongside a new Wallace and Gromit film. Cracking news, Gromit. That was awful. In the comments right now, I want you to tell me what is your favourite Wallace and Gromit film, and then tell me the reason why it's a grand day out. This week, my recommendation is to watch the new series of The Apprentice. It'll make you feel like you could start a multi-million-dollar business with ease, because this year's contestants are morons. Like honestly, some of the mistakes they're making in tasks is just laughable. I am kind of getting to the point where I'm like, I know that some of this is made up for the TV purposes, because obviously if they all came into the process and just acted professionally and created these great products for each task and did really well, it wouldn't be as fun to watch. So I'm very aware that it's dramatized for TV, but honestly, some of the mistakes they make is laughable. Now I'm 3 episodes into the series and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a summary of how I feel about each contestant so far. Stephanie Affleck. This girl has the most fake eyebrows you'll ever see, and her skin complexion changes at least 3 times an episode because she wears loads of makeup. Sharma Amin works in a nursery with lots of little people running around her all day, but ended up leaving the process because she couldn't deal with the physicality. Aaron Willis, The Apprentice's answer to Idris Elba, and he would make a good boat captain. Catherine Louise Byrne. She owns an online pyjama store, which ironically is pretty good because every time she's included in an episode you want to fall asleep. Harpreet Kaur. 3 episodes in and I couldn't tell you who this person is. Forgettable. Amy Ansel. Her American accent is pretty out of place compared to the other contestants, but I think she could do pretty well. Akeem Bundu Kamara. Tammy Abraham over here is another forgettable character, unfortunately. He's always getting talked over and has no backbone. Francesca Kennedy Woolbank. That's a bloody mouthful. You wouldn't trust her in any situation and she would 100% stab you in the back as soon as you turn away. Harry Mahmood. 100% picked as a contestant because they are an easy person to kick out early doors. Nick Showering. Weirdest hair I have ever seen, constantly looks like he's about to cry and probably wets the bed. Alex Short. He's the guy that your sister dated in year 11 and he still looks like he is in year 11. Sophie Wilding. She's from my hometown, but unfortunately for her she has the worst resting bitch face you'll ever see. Brittany Carter. Potentially starred in the film Mean Girls. Connor Gilsonan. An ex-rugby player who really doesn't look like a rugby player. And I know how you feel, mate. I'm a footballer who doesn't look like a footballer. Well, not professionally a footballer, but you get what I mean. My body doesn't fit the sport. Navid Soul, the only pharmacist who doesn't know how to use a syringe. Akshay Takra, that guy that you see just stood at the bar in a club. You know the ones, slimy buggers. So there's my thoughts so far on the candidates. If I had to pick a winner, I'm going to go for Brittany or Alex. Let me know who you think is going to win. Now, on Instagram, you guys will kind of be aware that I'm now posting daily and I'm adding to my stories more regularly. Seeing as I am now pretty much a 15-year-old girl, I decided to use one of the filters on a story to change my hair colour, and I claimed to everyone that I had dyed my hair for real. I thought there was no way that anyone was going to fall for this, but then I got I got 2 people to respond. First up, we have Willow. It's not the biggest nibble, but I'm going to take it nonetheless. However, the next one is perfect. Sorry, Kim. Kim replied with, what the f? So I said, yeah, it went a bit wrong. And this is where I knew I'd got her. She replied with, I can't stop laughing. You look like a Smurf. That right there is someone who's fell for the prank. Just to make you guys aware, I will never dye my hair blue. Unless I do it for charity one day and we get some mad donation. I don't know. But I don't have any intention on dyeing my hair blue. And before you start, red, blonde, all out the question. A nice little bit of fun there, but on a serious note, please go and follow me on Instagram. I'm really enjoying posting daily content over there. It's got a variety to it, a bit of an insight into my life. And the support has been massive so far. We've already managed to get over 200 followers in a month. Now time for a question from you guys. This is the part of the video where I go completely off script and I give you an honest answer to a question you've asked me in the last chair chat. So if you have a question you would like me to answer in the next episode, please pop it in the comments right now. Hudson asks, when do you think you will be able to make a living off streaming / YouTube and do it full time? Well, the answer is never. I don't ever see myself getting to a point where this hobby makes me enough money to beat the wage that I get for my full-time job. Don't get me wrong, it's not because I earn a load of money in my full-time job, it's just that I get next to no views per video. This is very much a hobby of mine and nothing more, nothing less. And that's a mindset I've had to become accustomed to. I remember when I first started YouTube, and I was looking at people like Ayres, for example, and thinking, you know what, I could actually make a living out of making these videos. And there's part of me to an extent that still thinks that some of the content that I make deserves to be up there with the best. Or at least up there with the best in its class. For example, on the Ayres Games channel, I think that my Pokemon Brilliant Diamond playthrough is probably one of the better Pokemon Brilliant Diamond playthroughs there is on YouTube. My only issue being, it doesn't get seen because it's such a populated discipline. You've got YouTube gaming. The amount of videos that get uploaded that are gaming that are on YouTube every single minute is mental. So the chance of mine getting seen by anyone who's not one of you guys that already watches my videos is pretty slim. So, you know, even though it sounds like I'm being a little bit pessimistic and a little bit negative, I think that it's probably more sensible and more healthy for me to think in this mindset. Because as I said, when I started off, I was looking at the likes of Ali A and people like that and thinking that I would make money from this. And I kind of became obsessed with the statistics of it all. Obsessed with how many views I got, obsessed with how many likes I got, trying to deliberately post links to my videos on I don't know, Reddit and stuff like that, trying to push fake views to try and give myself enough views to become popular. And I learned in the long run that it became very depressing because you don't hit the numbers you want to hit. I don't know KSI. I haven't, you know, gone viral on with Tommy in it on Minecraft. You know, there's very few people that make it. There's very few people that make a living from this hobby. And I don't think I'll ever be that lucky to do so. But now that I don't focus on those statistics and those analytics, I actually enjoy making content more. I don't feel stressed. I don't feel wound up by it. I don't even have YouTube Studio on my phone. I used to check that app every freaking day to see how many subs I had, how many views I had, how many minutes people had watched, stuff like that. I am not bothered by that anymore. Would I like to get monetization on my channel? Yes. On my Ayres Games channel, I'm a lot closer than my Ayres channel. And I want to get it because it's an achievement. It means that I have, you know, had views and had people enjoy my content. But I don't want it to make money. I'm not going to make money from YouTube. That is something that, as a small content creator, you've kind of got to get your head around a little bit. You've got to admit to yourself you're not going to make it. Because otherwise, what was a very fun and enjoyable hobby becomes down, depressing, and a big struggle, and a bit of a sludge. A bit of a a pointless grind that isn't really aiming towards anything. Whereas now, I like to make sure that I make a video because I know there's 10 people out there that want to watch it. And that's kind of enough. And I actually enjoy it. Apologies for going on a little bit of a rant there. Not a rant, but trying to explain to you guys exactly what it is I do on YouTube. Like, not every single content creator is out here trying to make a living out of it. Yes, don't get me wrong. If this hobby started making me money to the point that I could quit my job and just do this, I would be over the moon. But the likelihood of that ever happening is so slim. So why not enjoy your hobby for what it is? This hobby to me is me making videos for a handful of people that enjoy watching them. And you know what? I'm happy with that. And that's the end of this chair chat. If you have enjoyed it, please hit a massive thumbs up on the video. Let me know that you've... I feel like an idiot. I'm asking you to like a video after I've just said I don't look at the analytics. It's still nice to know that out of the 10 people that watched it, 8 people enjoyed the video. So please do hit a like on it. Subscribe to this channel if you're new and join an amazing community. Comment down below any questions for next chair chat, and I'll see you in the next one.